This Instagram page is currently making thousands a month.
Today I'm going to dive into 3 different viral niches that are absolutely popping off right now. I'm going to tell you why they're getting so many views and followers, and I'm also going to tell you how they're monetizing these pages. So without further ado, the first page that we're going to be talking about is Old Money Crew. Now these guys started posting last year in September and have already got over 100,000 followers.
Now that's incredible growth, so we're going to break down the entire engagement strategy that these guys have used and how they've converted so many followers in this amount of time. But the real gem with this page and why I'm talking about it today is actually how they've monetized it.
First, let's talk about the content strategy and break this whole thing down. So obviously the first reason this page has done so well is because the niche that they're in is currently trending. Right now, everyone seems to be talking about old money. You know, you see this all the time, even for trends on like TV shows. You know, if you make a theme page on a TV show that's growing popular at the minute, for example, when Game of Thrones is absolutely blowing up, if you made a theme page on that, you'd have grown so many followers so fast. However, what separates this idea and a TV show is that this is actually very easily to monetize, whereas a TV show is ridiculously hard to monetize. If you've ever grown a theme page in a TV show, you know, rip to all your time.
You see, I don't even think these guys are making the videos themselves. They're just reposting content from places like TikTok or Instagram. So it's sort of stuff like this. So as you can see from that video, it's basically all pushing that old money lifestyle, that old money life. You know, and it makes sense as well that these guys are just getting content from other places. Let's be real here, none of us really have like a couple million laying around just to be going to Lake Como, you know, Dubai all the time, just getting like loads of nice videos and stuff for Instagram. Unless you guys do have a couple mil in the bank, in which case my Instagram DMs are always open for you. Anyways, this style of content makes people want to live that lifestyle, makes people want to be like old money and wear old money clothes, which is very convenient because in their Instagram bio, they actually have their own website, which I'm going to let you guess, what do they sell? They sell old money clothes.
Sometimes my genius is, it's almost frightening.
At this point, you're probably thinking, this doesn't sound that hard. You're probably thinking, what's the big catch? Because, you know, there must be something. Why isn't everyone doing this? And I'm going to be real with you. There's no catch. It is honestly not that hard. I think the hardest part about this page and this Instagram page is actually coming up with the idea. What this guy's done is he's executed on a trend that he saw popping off and he's just made an Instagram page around it, and he's just got very lucky that the actual trend is to do with like clothing and stuff, so he can just sell it. You might be wondering like how these guys actually sourcing the clothes. Like, you might be thinking, listen, I'm 17 years old, I still have to go to school, there's no way I can be sourcing all these clothes and packaging them out, like I don't have time for that. Well, they're not doing that, is the big point here I want to stress. Now let's play a quick game and I want you to tell me the difference between this and this. I'll give you a couple of seconds here. If you guess there's absolutely no difference whatsoever, you're the winner. Basically, the one on the left is from like an Alibaba China store, and the one on the right is from the Old Money Crew store. They literally just bought it from the Chinese store and marked up the price. No difference in quality, no difference in the actual item. The only difference is where you buy it. Now, obviously, this is the premise of dropshipping. Like, this is what dropshippers do, but obviously, it's working really well for him because he's marketing that old money trend. These guys are thinking they're buying those premium linen shirts, when in reality, they're buying like pound linen shirts for like £50.
You're faking a fraud.
Now, like I said at the start, these guys are consistently getting thousands of views for making like these really easy videos that you could make yourself. If you want to jump on this trend right now, jump on probably one of the best funnels I've seen on Instagram in quite some time, then I definitely recommend you start a page on old money. Alright, so next up we're going to be talking about a page called Positive Daily 1. Now these guys post motivation content, but they kind of post it in a different way than we're used to. You know, instead of like the David Goggins or like the crazy like black and white motivation, what they're doing is they're using anime pictures and clips from like Dragon Ball Z with a quote attached to it. And just look at some of these posts from like the last week. They're generating like 5,000 likes every single post. Not to mention some of these have got over 100,000 likes for just an anime picture with a quote on. It's got over 100,000 likes. That is absolutely insane. I think the reason this works is because a lot of motivation pages on Instagram have become a little bit boring lately. Everyone's kind of doing the same thing and no one's really reinventing the wheel, and that's why I think pages like this are absolutely blowing up right now, because people still want to consume motivational content. They just want to consume it in a different way than what they're seeing it right now. People are just adding a quote onto an anime picture and generating thousands of likes. It makes me think like, why do I put so much effort into some of my Instagram pages when these guys are just killing it for this? Now, to actually make one of these posts is very easy. You can just get a screen grab from like an anime like Dragon Ball Z and then throw it over to Photoshop Photoshop, add a quote. You can find a quote on like any other Instagram page. There's thousands of quotes online. Just put a quote on there and then boom, add like a nice font and you're nice. Like this is what these Instagram pages are doing. This post here has took me 20 seconds to make and it's exactly the same as this one that has generated over 5,000 likes for this page. It is crazy. It took me 20 seconds. Now, if you're thinking about monetization and how you're going to monetize these pages, what this guy's done is he's just created his YouTube channel. He only made his YouTube channel 3 days ago and he's already got over 100 subscribers. I guarantee if this guy keeps on pushing his YouTube, he's going to carry on earning some more subscribers. Like 100 subscribers in 3 days is insane, entirely from his Instagram funnel. And if he just carries on this grind, he can then start earning money from, you know, YouTube AdSense, YouTube Shorts. You know, these posts are ridiculously easy to make. There's actually a page similar to this, and the way he's funneling, he's actually funneling to his own like store where he's selling like this life calendar. It's called the Memento Mori life calendar, and it basically shows you how long you have left to live. Like every day you scratch it off and it's like that's a week of your life. Sounds a little bit depressing. I don't really need another reason to be depressed in this world. I'm just joking. Apparently this is actually meant to give people motivation. It's meant to remind you to like live life to the fullest. Anyway, this is a great motivational product because he's got a cultivated audience that's so into motivation. So obviously people are going to want to buy this stuff, and is why this is a good example of him monetizing his page and something that you could do if you want to do this niche.
All right, so the last niche on this list is actually a news niche, like a news page. Now, you've probably seen pages like this all over your timeline before. You probably follow a few of these pages. You know, these include like travel content, finance content, movie content, video game content, anything you can think of. There are pages posting these type of videos on Instagram. So you might be thinking, why have I included this if this is so broad? Like, how can you get yourselves into this? Well, that's because this niche is going to be something that's always in style. It's always going to be something that people demand. You know, as long as the world keeps on spinning and, you know, the clock keeps on ticking, there's going to be more news, which means there's going to be more content for pages like this. And there's always going to be a demand from consumers to find out what's going on in like their topics that they're interested in. So these type of pages are like a really long-term page. Now, I actually run one of these pages myself. It's called Always Drippy. It's in the fashion niche, and I basically just post about like fashion news and stuff in that nature. As you can see, I monetize this page by having an affiliate website which basically sells like Nike products. So like I'll be talking about some Nike trainers or some new releases, and then on my stories or something I'll say get this cool deal like some Nike trainers, and then I'll get a commission off that. That's just how I've monetized my page. But as you can see, there's tons of other niches, and you can do this for any niche. Monetizing these pages are easy because, you know, you built up an audience in this niche. You know what these guys are like and you know what they're interested in. So you just need to sell a product that they're interested in. You know, let's say you've got a travel page, you know, you can sell like cheap holidays or cheap flights, or let's say you've got a BMX page or something, you can sell bike parts or like cheap deals on bikes. I just want to butt in here and tell you, like, yeah, you don't have to actually, you know, buy the bike and sell it on. You don't have to do any of the packaging yourself. You can just use affiliate links to get commissions on these products and earn money off them. For my Nike store, I don't actually own any of the trainers. Like, I don't have the trainers at my house. What I do is I just send them to the Nike store and then I get a commission of that. That's how affiliate marketing works. And that's like one of my favorite ways to monetize a page. The thing is as well, if you're actually interested in the page you're making, so let's say you actually do on these new style pages in a niche that you're interested in, let's say you're interested in video game news, then that means you're going to enjoy the content you're producing. You're probably already keeping up to date with the video game news and what's happening in the world. So when you're making the content, that's just going to appear on your timeline anyway. So as you can see, this is why I really like this niche. I think anyone can really do well in this niche. Now, I don't used to be scared by looking at all the artsy posts. These posts don't take long to make. They take like 5 minutes to make. All you have to do is design the template once, and then after you design the template, you just have to change it with like whatever news is for that day and change the background image, and then bang, you've got your post, and then you just post it on your page. It is as simple as that. It is really, really easy. If you actually want this template that I use for my Always Drippy page, so you don't have to make your own Photoshop template, you can join my free Discord down below, and I'll give you the link on there. To be honest, if you want any help with any of these niches on this list, you can join the Discord. I'll give you feedback on how you can improve your pages. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video and you find some value, definitely hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one.